Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another Master Duel stream. As you can see, I already have the deck builder open because I was playing last Friday at my locals, and I had to face off versus a Fire King player, and I was reading what Fire King Island did. So this thing, I know that I'm jumping straight into things, by the way, just so that you're aware, but so that you are aware that I am aware. But I am actually pretty hyped about it. So let's just go. During your main phase, you can destroy one monster in your hand or field, and if you do, add a Fire King from your deck to your hand. And as I was reading this, I was thinking, weren't we looking for cards that pop things in our hand? And we couldn't necessarily find a whole lot of them. Like, they are there, they exist, but it's not as easily accessible. Most of them are cards you can't really search, for example. Now, the stupid thing is, Fire King Island is something we can search. Hey Liquid, how you doing? Because this can search Sanctuary, and Sanctuary can then place the field spell from our deck. So this is a searchable card. It's a searchable thing. And because we are using the Ponyx to find the Sanctuary, we also have the requirement of needing to have a Fire King monster to add. Otherwise, we can't activate this effect. So we're going to play 3 Tiny Birds. We're going to play one of this, and I think 2 Sanctuary, just for safety reasons, I suppose. because that way we have like 6 copies of Fire King Island in our deck, which seemed pretty cool. You can go even further because Ponyx can search a whole lot more. It can search Skyburn, for example, which would be a pretty good card to include in the deck as well if you're going harder in on the Fire King engine. I mean, Kirin, for example, is a pretty good card. The only problem that all the Fire King monsters are having in combination with what I had in mind is that we need to run enough fire monsters. If we don't run enough fire monsters, it's not really doing a whole lot. So that was something that I was hoping to figure out with you guys. I, for example, know that Avatar Kirin is pretty good as well, because if it gets destroyed, you can send a fire monster from your deck to the grave. Which means that with one Kirin, we can go for Churak, if I know how to spell the fucking archetype. There we go. Because the Kirin can send Megalo. Or it can send Miscellaneous Sour, which can search Megalo. So that is also a thing. As you can see, this is starting to become a very expensive package, but it's worth it. If I type in Misk, will it find me Misk? It will, damn, okay. So as you can see, that like overlaps a little bit. Ooh, wait. I beat Malice with Dynamorphia mixed Punk. Punk and Dynamorphia are pretty good together. The only downside is when you reach that threshold of like 600 and lower, all of your Punk cards kind of just instantly become irrelevant / useless. So that's a problem. I don't know what I had this morning, but my breakfast apparently was made out of pure you can't type today. Type burritos. We definitely need 2 of this, 2 of this. We do want triple intact. We do want... oh, not triple. I do like to have 1 Sonic. 1 Brute is kind of nice as well. I mean, I'm not entirely certain what Fire King cards I should run though. That's the only thing that I can't really figure out, because there is another thing that we could add. And that is Mystic Potato. Because Mystic Potato can, on destruction, it can search or summon the Theresia. Or the Diplos if need be. The only problem is Mystic Potato can't be popped with the field spell, because this is only... oh no, wait, it can. But then you need to normal summon the potato. Which still isn't bad, honestly. But yeah, Fire King Island, because that's another thing. Fire King Island, after you have summoned Diplos, summon, effect, dump Theresia, Fire King Island effect, pop Diplos, search the Ponyx, and there you have it. Yes, we have a Ponyx in our hand that doesn't do anything, but who fucking cares? It is follow-up, and adding Ponyx does make it so our opponent goes, wait, what? Because they suddenly have to respect Kirin, like big Kirin, not the level 3. Maybe we run more Misk. Because Misk with Jurak. But then we do need to... yeah, then we do need to run Kirin. Because Kirin can pop the Misk, or pop the Jurek. Popping the Jurek actually is better, not gonna lie. I don't know. That's a difficult one. I mean, it's worth looking at it, I guess. Viking. Because this guy is pretty good, not gonna lie. High Avatar Kirin is a pretty strong card. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can destroy one other fire monster in your hand or face of field. If you do summon this, it is a pretty big beat stick as well, so there's that too. If this card is destroyed, sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King monster from your hand or graveyard. And then you can pop a card on the field. So theoretically speaking, this can summon the Ponyx from grave or hand, which then gets us the field spell, and then we can pop our own normal summoned Theresia, which then triggers for Diplos. Or Diplos for Theresia. Because that's the thing that I was like a tiny bit unhappy about. Diplos feels useless. It's a good card. Like, it's a good and solid card. But there are moments where you wish that it was something else. Because any other Dynamorphia monster is better than Diplos. It's by far the worst card. Well, Stealth Pertia is there as well. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, I guess. So I guess that Kirin would be a good addition. And then if we are doing the Kirin thing anyway, wouldn't you say that both Garunixes are pretty good too? But then if you add those, then you might as well also add the Vulcanix. But then you have too many normal summons. Huh. Interesting. If this card is destroyed, sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King High Avatar Garunix from your deck to in defense. So you would run one copy of this and then 3 copies of Okenix. But like I said, then you run too many normal summons, right? So does that mean that we need to play... Huh. Ah, that's an interesting one. Because if you do have the Kirin and Jurek in your opening hand and you go second, what you can do is you can go Kirin, pop Jurek Megalo, summon the Kirin, new chain, Megalo, dump Astero, and then because it's the opponent's turn, you can go Astero, banish itself and the Megalo to summon the Meteor, which is pretty strong. Like, you can say whatever you want, but that is pretty strong. But the stupid thing is that that's not necessarily doing a whole lot. Was I in too far with being hyped about it? I feel like there has to be a way to make this work. I just don't exactly see how. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Oh, right. Completely forgot that the football event was happening. Not gonna lie, the rabbit is kind of funky. A rescue rabbit with the football. Or for all the American viewers, the soccer ball, but... the placement of obtainable items is randomized for each user. You can obtain 1 of 6 items with each purchase. The bonus card Rescue Rabbit from this pack will always have a royal finish. The bonus card Rescue Rabbit from this pack cannot be dismantled. Once an item has been selected and obtained, it will not be included in future draws. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's one. It's the rabbit! The only thing I cared about. Well, I guess that I could go for the rabbit thing. Isn't it like you get 6 tickets in total? Pretty sure that was how it works. Anyway. I did see another really interesting thing in the notifications. So let's go over that. First of all, this bullshit is gonna come to Master Duel, which is both exciting and something that I'm gonna be crying myself to sleep about. Mitsurugi is such an... Ugh. I don't like it, but I do see why it's such a good deck. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it is a good deck. The strategy that it has is really goddamn solid. It's good. However, this boy... Hi Evan, how you doing? This boy, however... means that the new Dragon Ruler support is going to come to the game, and that has me hyped. But I can already tell you this is going to be a UR. The other two most likely will both be a UR as well. However, the selection pack also has the Mitsurugi cards in it. I'm pretty sure that Amino Murakumo is going to be a UR. So there's only so many UR slots that they can have. There's also the new Orcust support that will be coming out, which means that, well, I don't think that I have to explain it. All of the cards you see here are going to be the URs. All of these are going to be URs because in addition to UR, blah, 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 and others will be included. So it is very likely that there is gonna be something happening around the Dragon Rulers, because I know that the old Dragon Rulers, the level 7s, those are all URs, and I think that the tiny dragons are all SRs, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong on that one, might all be UR. But you would need 3 copies of each level 7. That's usually what you play inside of the deck, so we will have to see. I'm not entirely certain how much dust I will need to save. So that is a pretty exciting thing. The other thing, and I am a little bit late because this was announced when exactly? Oh, about 5 days ago. So about an entire week ago. But Bagushka will be banned on the 8th. So after tomorrow's stream, they're gonna throw Bagushka on the ban list, which is fine. I can live with that. I do think that I might have a copy of it, but It's okay. Dormouse goes to 1, which is great. It's a consistency hit. Same for the field spell. Sark to 1 is, I don't know. It does something, but you know, I would have loved to see any of the link trees on the list, but that would absolutely kill the deck. So I can see why they didn't do it. The thing that I don't understand though is why they went for Sark to 1 instead of limiting Dormouse and White Rabbit. If this was a White Rabbit, the deck would still be playable in a sense, but it would be way easier to stop. So it's less of a yeah, meta threat, I guess. Okay, so Malice was a problem. What do we do? Let's bring Yubel back. Sure. Sage to 3, I don't really think that will do a whole lot. Maybe we will see a little bit more blue eyes, but that's about it. Memory to 3 is pretty big. That is pretty big. And then we have our trusty old Raigeki back to 3. Which I'm happy about, because now we can play the board breaker game plan again. Which wasn't really a possibility at earlier times, but it will be very soon. Let's see, what else do we have? Do they say how many tickets we get here for the login? No. I don't really see it anywhere. Sag. Oh well. Okay, I have to change the title of the stream because my explodey dino idea, I don't think I'm gonna get it to work. So there we go. We're gonna go and have a chill ladder experience. I mean, we're in gold again. The reset happened. Let's see. I am gonna make a call and say that we can take those out. I'm not entirely certain that's correct, but I'm gonna make a call and hopefully that call is correct. 41 cards. 41 cards seems okay. I do think that I'm gonna cut Necroquip if I'm honest, because Eknam Day seemed a quadrillion times more important last time. Because you can't always get to Bow. Which is annoying, but it is what it is. Bow is a good card though, so... yeah, let's run it like this, sure. I wish that my plan with the Fire Kings actually was like a success. That it would do something. But sadly enough, I don't think that the Dynamorphia engine would add anything to the Fire Kings and vice versa. Except for popping the Theresia or the Diplos. This hand is quite something, not gonna lie. We don't need to normal the Theresia in most cases. It would be good enough to just summon Lurry here, for example, but I don't think that I need to go into the engine just yet. Oh. Apparently they did not like Dynamorphia. Okay. Moving on. I love the heavy trap approach instead. Yeah. That sounds like you, not gonna lie. That sounds like you. Oh my god, gems! Actually, I wanna show you something. I quickly threw together the Ascent cards inside of a deck list, adding the max ratios. Would you guys be interested in building an Ascent deck at some point? Because I do think that the Ascent deck is a very interesting, like, it's a really interesting archetype. It just doesn't quite do a whole lot for most people. I'm just curious if we can make it work. You know, like, they're all dark monsters, for example. They can make a back row wipe. If this is used for, if this is sent from opponent's field to your grave, you can destroy all monsters on the field. So I was thinking maybe that we can make something happen with this. It has an OTK line in Princess. Hita is not the best card for it, I realized later, because it's a fire that requires a fire. All of these are darks. But Princess into Emblem Whale into Raging Phoenix is a pretty good OTK line. On top of the fact that we can blow up our opponent's board for no apparent reason whatsoever. We could run something like a Super Poly. That might be a fun thing to do. Although you do need 2 level 9 or lower Pyro monsters. So we would need to summon quite a lot of cards. But Princess works much better with Salamangreat. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. You know... never mind. I was thinking maybe you could make Ascent into a heavy trap variant. And make it more into a control shell rather than a combo. But it's not necessarily a combo deck either. That's the thing. It is already a pretty control-y strategy. But you could maybe fuse it with a different archetype that is more trap heavy, because this is something that can pop any field spell. So let's say Malice, for example. Malice goes activate field spell. We go chain vitals, pop your field spell, search for any Ascent. Like, okay, now you have a very big level 9 Pyro Dragon on your field. Now what? Because that's the thing, if they do send this as a link material, they are gonna blow up everything. Because it is sent to the grave. So you can't even link it off properly, because you will blow up everything you own. Including the link monster that you made. So it's like, that is gonna be a very annoying thing to deal with. You have to bounce it or something. On top of the fact that you do set an Ascent continuous, so you can just set Ascent to endlessness. And then in your main phase you go, so anyway, let me use that monster of yours to fuse away everything you own. Like, you know, I don't know. Because this also... Wait, no, it was the Obsidian. Obsidian makes everything a Pyro in your opponent's turn. During your turn. But you can set Obsidian in your opponent's field zone, so... This is pretty cool, right? Because that's the entire thing about Ascent. They try to get vitals on their opponent's field. with the effect. Then they set Ascent to Endlessness. And then in their turn, they go Ascent to Endlessness, Vitals with 2 other level 9 or lower Pyro monsters. Make Vitals the Dragon of Endless Darkness. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. And can be targeted by your opponent's card effects. For monster card effects. But when you do use it as a material, this thing is gonna blow up the field. All monsters are gonna go bye-bye, and then you have an empty field on your opponents, and you have a 3k beat stick that on summon is going to destroy all spells and traps on your opponent's end as well. So basically an entire full board clear. Plus, when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, you can send one face-up Ascent card you control to the graveyard, destroy that card. So they go, I will activate a field spell. You go, no you don't. I will activate this Link monster. No you don't. Well, you do, but no, you don't. I mean, it is a pretty cool thing if you are considering everything like thrown together. I don't own all the cards yet though. This is just 3/offs of every single card that exists in the archetype. Plus 1 bonfire that I happen to have. This card, I remember that this was also a card that was like, wait, hold on, why are we allowed to do this? Oh, right. On activation, it can search Vitals, which is kind of big. And then you can also decide to get an Ascent monster from your grave instead. So after you used the Vitals for the fusion, you can add it back with this, which is like, okay, I guess. And then this is the effect that is kind of the kicker. This is a quick effect mind control. But only for monsters that you own. AKA Vitals. So you go, I will target Vitals, take control of the Vitals, then all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls lose attack equal to the targeted monster's original attack. I don't know if you noticed, but Vitals is 28. It's mainly useful for the first effect. But the fact that you can give your opponent a Vitals and then go, yeah, no, I want it back. I can see situations where that is a thing that pops up. But it's mainly this one. It's mainly the Endlessness and Vitals with the rest of the engine. I don't know. I just think that the Ascent cards are really fucking cool and they just haven't done a whole lot. Yeah, no. I can see what you're saying there. That's the thing, yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh. Let's just go gather gems, because there is a selection pack that is calling our name. It's calling our name very, very much. It's the selection pack with all of the hand traps. I mean, Odeon will be there eventually, once upon a time. Hey, Heaven, what was it again? You liked trap-heavy back row, right? Was this enough heavy back row? Set 5 pass? Pretty sure it is, right? What? Is that a monster effect that I see? Let's begin with domain. If they have an Ash, then we can still immediately go for Rexterm because we do have the Frenzy set as well. Never didn't have it. Good luck ashing the second one. I could go for Cantrogena here and then into Rexterm. I think that's the wisest decision to make. Because we can get to 1k that way. And seeing how we are up against fucking Galaxy Eyes, it's likely that the 1k does need to be reached. If I have anything that I can do in order to stop them from that surge, I will think about it. But as things stand right now, the likelihood of us having anything to stop searches is a single imperm. So, yeah. It's imperm and the dream in that case. Hate to break it to you, but it is what it is. Oh, wait, does it negate activation? Because that would be annoying, you're right. If it negates the activation of an effect, then it can be used in the damage step, and then we are kind of fucked, not gonna lie. Yeah, but does it negate the activation of everything? I don't really have a way of looking it up right now, so... No. Not all counter traps can be activated during the damage step. There are a couple that you can't activate during it. Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, if the activation requirement is done, then yeah, sure. But only if they negate the activation of a card. Otherwise, you can't activate them. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Hey, I mean, that's good. I always thought that they could only negate if they activated or they negated the activation of an effect / card. I mean, the stupid thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that the entire system is really fucking wonky around the battle phase and everything, because there's so many things that can happen and that can't happen that at some point the player just stops understanding. No, that's not true for counter traps. Okay. After this game, you will have to explain that to me, because that is interesting. I would love to learn more about that. Wait, hold on. No. That's the wrong button. I needed to press the yellow button. And this is when my opponent reveals that they are on draw and block bird. No? Okay. Cool. I mean... Look, it's a Lurry! Discard the Lurry! Because it's the only card in our hand. Konami, why do I have to press my only card in hand? What is this? Summon La Lurry. Mandatory Fiendsmith incoming. La 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 la. I mean, I guess it's not entirely mandatory to go through the entire loop. I guess I can keep it nice and short, actually. Because we can dump this. Then we can go for this. Shuffle back the Lurry, I guess. For Engraver. And then we can go Requiem on Engraver. Put in the back row. Whee! Send this. Oh my goodness. Is that 9k? Let's kick with Cantaragina first, I guess. In case that back row does something. Ah. I see. Uh-huh. Well. Okay. I mean, if you want me to go combo, then I will gladly oblige. Oh, man. Some people, I swear. We could make Acnum Day here. Nah, let's make Lacrima. I mean, I know that I don't have a card in my hand right now. However, what we can do... Link all of this away into the lovely bow. Yeah, the rest doesn't really do much. Wait, what do we have? Oh, domain. Our only target for domain is another Rexstorm. So we are gonna keep that. We are gonna go for the alert here. Because we have both of the fours in grave, so might as well. And then we can dump with Diplos. What are we gonna dump? I think I know exactly what we will dump. It's gonna be Brute to dump, and then Theresia will set the... Are we gonna set Sonic or Intact? Huh. I guess Intact. Sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just over, but... Hey, you never know. Some enemies can just come at you from the most weirdest angles and suddenly outplay you, so... Let's not underestimate our opponent's back row. Activate the effect of bow. How many different card types do we have? We have a Fiend, we have a Dino, so it's gonna be draw 2. Sure. Draw 2, put 2 back. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that you can banish here that is gonna be relevant, so... Okay. We have 1 Fiend less in our grave. Ah, well, I'll be damned. That's maybe one of the most hilarious draws that we could have found here. This can go back and... Yeah, this can go back. Are we gonna keep the unicorn to... I'm gonna keep the unicorn. Screw it, why not? Engraver, wait, hold on, that is funny. Engraver, shuffle back. Lacrima. And then tribute summon. This. Ta-da! Oh man, this deck is such a mess. You gotta love it, right? Okay, well, that doesn't matter. Battle? Kick. Okay, kick comes through. Interesting. They have something. Are we now gonna have a match where we're just gonna stare at each other? No? No, we're not gonna have a staring competition? Okay. Good. Oh my god. A Galactic Trance. Yes, I will take something out of your extra deck, because this card is gonna be banned soon. Get that shit out of here. I am not gonna allow you to play with Bagushka. Damn it. Banned cards. Tsuh. Okay, so, well, I guess that was a duel. 4. Destroy a card, activate a trap, summon... Okay, yeah, I guess. Huh. Interesting. 160. Okay. I hated alcoholic tapir. Yeah. Yeah. Bagushka do be a card, huh? Okay. Trap. Counter. Nee. No. Counter trap. Negate the activation. Negate that effect, and if you do... Okay, so now I have the question. I have Rebound set. My opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect that would bounce something from field to hand. I activate rebound. If this is in main, I understand this is totally fine. Standby, draw, whatever, totally fine. But you should not be able to activate this during the damage step. Because that would break the rules for as far as I'm aware of the rules. But what Heaven said just now, it can be used because it's counter trap. Which honestly makes no fucking sense to me, and that is really confusing. And this is one of those moments where I wish that Yu-Gi-Oh had the same kind of rulebook as Magic. Because in Magic, I now would have been able to ask you just straight up, give me the ruling number. Give me the ruling number and I will look up in the rulebook where at that number, and I can just instantly find this is how it works. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have that. They don't have a rule book that says this rule number, blah, 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 this is how it works. I have had conversations with judges at my locals that were basically with the same impression as what I was saying just now. They really wished that it did exist, because right now it's just like, oh, Konami said so. Yeah, see, I'm glad that Heaven at least does acknowledge that it is confusing, because it makes no sense. Because I know that, how do you say this? I know that if you have an Ash Blossom in your hand, Ash can't be activated during the damage step, but Ghost Bell can. Like if a card can summon from deck or graveyard, and you have a Ghost Bell in your hand, then you can negate it during the damage step. But if it's an Ash Blossom in your hand, you're fucked. And honestly, none of it makes sense. Except for the fact that Konami decided that that's how it works, I guess. And now here is Konami telling me that everything that I was taught about negating effects and activations and whatever in the damage step was wrong. It was wrong, and I was taught the incorrect thing. So, yeah, okay. Okay, Konami. And honestly, it's fine, like, it's not the end of the world, but it's just weird. You would assume that it made sense in the long run, but it really doesn't. Ash, yes, you're right, that's a thing. But you do need to remember that it's not just to counter traps. It's also to counter spells or monster summons, etc. And there are cards that, like normal trap cards, that will negate the effects of monsters, for example. But they're not counter traps. So the fact that counter traps specifically have this really weird ruling where they say, no, it's fine, your opponent can go fuck themselves. That's so fucking weird. It makes no sense. Literally zero. Wait. We have 4 cards to put in the back row. Huh. Did I do an oopsie? I think I did an oopsie. They don't give a damn. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, hey, that's good to know. I could set 4 and pass, but then Desiree doesn't have the target protection. Ugh. That is awkward as hell. That means that it can be out by a single imperm. Or we keep one of our cards. No. I have to go for the entire line with the protection from alert. Otherwise, I might as well just not do a thing here. Okay, they drew a card. Damn. Right. But that's because it basically negates the activation of a monster card. Right, if you look at it that way. Negating a summon or negating the activation of a card. That kind of goes hand in hand in a way. It's more or less the same. Also, Blackwing is going to be a real fucking annoyance, but I guess we will have to put up with it. I do have a monster negate though. In intact. So that's a thing. I could negate back row with the Desiree. This is definitely going to be one of those games where we're sitting and praying that our opponent has nothing, but... Okay. Here goes nothing. The weather outside became wet and cold over the last week, and my entire body is like, you know what? Let's get a cold. Woohoo! Because that sounds like fun. I kind of do want to go to 1k if I'm honest. Do I go for alert? I guess. Going for alert now does mean that we are open for kaijus and all that. But I don't think that's the worst case. I think that it's a more annoying thing for them because Rexstorm and 1k live means they don't get to activate almost half of their Blackwings. So let's hope that's good enough. Like, they can surge, they can synchro, but they can't really make a whole lot. And as long as we don't use the Desiree, we can negate their big burn effects. Because, yes, they are continuous. But Desiree should still negate them. What are we gonna send? Let's send Sonic. And let's set brute in this case. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, apparently that is how it works. I'll take your word for it. I don't know enough about the rules at this moment to know if that's a thing or not. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna eat an intact, I can tell you that much. No, thank you. Bye, birdie. And I would take half-life instead of battle damage, so this seems to be okay. I am a little bit worried about this guy though. Because that guy can destroy Rexterm. So maybe I should have kept... Maybe I should have kept my intact and impermed the Vayu instead. Or the Vata. Vata, the emblem. Oh, we're popping the Desiree. Huh. Sure? Okay. Why am I not able to do this? Wait. Oh, alert. Right. Right. Alert prevents me from summoning it because of the Dynamorphia lock. Oh well, so sad. Too bad. That's okay. I also have Alert engraved now, so I can prevent burn damage in their turn or my turn. But their burn damage is relying on me activating monster effects, so I am not entirely certain that's gonna be a whole lot of damage in their turn. That's mainly in my turn with where we are at right now. Then again, with how much searching they have been doing, where is Draw and Lockbird if you need it, huh? During the damage step, when your Blackwing monster battles, you can send this card from the hand. It gains more attack. Yeah, that would be annoying if I didn't have Intact active at the moment. Which is something that people do forget very, very often. Not entirely sure what is up with that, actually. Orochi? No, you're good. You are totally fine. What does this do? I see. We're gonna change battle position, huh? Okay. Now the question is, who do we switch? Who is gonna switch battle position? Also, I just realized that I don't have anything to float into anymore, so that's also a thing. Is Synchro Summon using Blackwing monsters as material? It is treated as a tuner. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Blackwing... Oh, one winged beast type synchro monster in your graveyard. Except Chidori. Okay. Dum da dum da dum. Okay, who are we gonna kick? Because if you're kicking one of the fusions, then I might have to activate Rexstorm. Otherwise, you're good. Oh, no, you're good. That's totally fine by me. I don't care. I'm gonna take 250 damage. Go for it. Oh no, not my tip loss. Whatever will we do? 3, 2, 1. Scoop. No, no scoop. Very confused noises from my opponent. Yup, very confused noises from our opponent. It's a disconnect victory. Yay! My opponent left in a salty rage of salt. Why game book? It's so stupid. Another ruling that might sound weird to you is if transaction rollback would copy, for example, an effect that can negate an activation, it won't be able to copy that effect during the damage step because rollback itself isn't allowed to activate at that time. Wait. So you're saying if Solemn Judgment... No, better example. If Dynamorphia Intact would not have been a counter trap, and you use it during the damage step, it is a legal activation because it can negate the activation of a monster effect. So you are allowed to activate it. However, if you activate rollback in your graveyard, targeting the Intact, because the rollback does not have an effect that does negate the activation of a card inherently, like on its own, you're not allowed to use rollback to become something else that can be activated. Yeah, okay. Sure. Thanks, Konami. Thanks for making cards that make, like, 0 sense. But when explained, they are 100% logical. Thanks, Konami. We love this. This is great. This is peak. Oh, amazing. I need more monster for this. Chat, please bury Heaven Lord in the rules questions because my head is about to explode. Oh my fucking god, yes. Because Reversion is able to only copy counter traps, so it always will have that it has the permission to do it whenever. Oh my god. Oh, that is such a weird ass thing, but I love it. I fucking love it. Also, this hand is not that bad if I'm honest. We have 2 ashes, so 1 ash for their turn, 1 for our turn if they try to negate the Fiendsmith engine. And we have both of the traps that we would need in order to make the full Dynamorphia board. That is actually really good. Jeez. Now the question that I have for you, Heaven. Oh, wait, that actually is really fucking terrifying. They play 30... Yeah. Yeah, 43 cards. 43 cards, no extra. Ugh. I don't like where this is going. Yeah, now I have a question for you. So, have you had moments where, knowing how the rules work, basically, because I do know that everybody can say, I'm a judge. Doesn't necessarily make everybody a judge, but let's just give you the benefit of the doubt. Have you had moments where there were judge questions that were absolutely, like, breaking your brain? Where you did not understand what the solution of the problem was? Because that is something that I am kind of curious about. Because personally, I have had moments where people asked me questions when I was judging for Magic, for example. Where I legitimately went, let me look that up for you. Because the question was like sound and absolutely clear. Like 100% it made sense. But the answer was very much not there. Like, for example, new set comes out. They print a card. And everybody is like, oh my god, if this and this works that and that way, then it's fucking broken. And then there's this one smartass that goes, yeah, but did you see this one tiny detail in how the text is written? It says then. This card is so much worse than everybody is thinking. Have you had questions where it was like, oh my god, how, why, help? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, people are like, whoa, this card is insane, oh my god. And then there's one smart guy that just hits his glasses with his middle finger a little bit further up his nose and goes, well, actually, that you go like, oh, fuck, I know that tone, I know that voice, oh no. I'm gonna be honest, usually it's me that goes well, actually, but... You know. Ah, wait, multi-roll. I do have to negate it with Desiree, right? Let's first go for the frenzy, see whatever they are doing. Okay. They did let that go through. Oh, I was too fucking fast. Shit. Yeah, now I can't negate it anymore. Okay. Fun times. Uh-oh, stinky. Well, we're gonna get Sky Strikered. Huh? Okay, let me make Rexstorm first. Thank you very much. Before you're yoinking my Kent Regina away. No thanks. I already know that they are gonna have a Widow Anchor or something. I mean... They want to go to battle right now. Like... They go to battle with a card on their field. That screams that they have quick plays. But we have an Ash for Engage, which is really fucking solid. Oh. Oh shit. That might be a problem. Or not. Wait, what? In before damage calc? No, that's fine. That's a big hit, but why would you do it? Yeah, you see that correctly. I am not entirely certain what is happening here, but I am intrigued and at the same time fucking terrified. I guess we're gonna go normal summon Diplos. Just so that we can find this. We're just gonna force that back row out, because if that is like anything terrifying, I might as well have them trigger it now. No, it's not. Wait, what the fuck was this? Link Burst? Okay. Well, Desiree goes face. Okay. I do know that Desiree can't negate during the damage step. And do you know why? Because it doesn't negate the activation. If it would have negated activation, then it could have. But it negates effect. Okay, I want to see what my opponent was playing, because that was weird and... What? Yeah, I am really confused. We're playing Sky Striker with Sky Striker support, because I do know that the Sages are all Striker support. But we also play Ghost Trick Ghoul and we play Altergeist Pukeri. We play Link Burst, but we don't play a Link monster, so Link Burst is useless at all times. We do run the Octoedic Light though, for whatever reason. We don't run a single card above rare though. Okay. That was quite something. You're a fast learner. Wow. I mean, I do know the rules quite a bit. The only thing I don't know are like the really nitty gritty counter traps can activate in the damage step, you know? That kind of thing is... Yeah, that's absolutely new to me. Besides that, I mean... I do like to think I know the rules quite well. Also, here's an interesting take. Fossil Dick for Misk. Set 4 pass. Because we don't need to have the extra card that Theresia can set. I much rather have protection and we have everything we need in our hand. Yeah, I think that's the correct call here. I mean, the only thing that I could have done there is Theresia set Sonic, Monster Negate, and Spell Negate. That would have been a pretty good one as well. But I think that Misk is fairly solid. Not really too worried about it. Okay, so anyway, it was nice that I was allowed to play the goddamn game. Yeah, so about that Sonic that I said I didn't need, fuck me, I suppose. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I swear, I say it out loud, and the second that I say it out loud, my opponent goes, so anyway, your back row is gone? Like, no thanks. No thanks, I'm good. I'm good without my back row being blown to smithereens. But apparently my opponent does not give one single fuck. And my opponent is trusting. Okay, what are we gonna trust for? $51 deck. Oh my god, no. It's Nam. It's the sleepy deck. It's the sleepy deck. I hate everything. What did this do again? All right, it goes night night. I can't react to anything they do, so if I do pitch Misk here, then I can keep it until the battle phase. I guess we are gonna do it now. Like, if I don't do it now, then the problem is that this goes to the extra. Once it's on the extra, the floating effect gets kicked into gear, and then, you know, everything goes bad. So I guess that, yeah, okay. Nemlaria is a really interesting deck though. Like, the entire idea about the deck is kinda cool. Like, the kid goes to bed and then dreams about all of these amazingly big monsters. But because it's a kid, it's a child, so the monsters are made out of all kinds of, like, candy and ice cream. I think it's cool. I mean, look at this guy. He looks so derp. This guy does look kind of ferocious, but he is melting, so, you know. Okay. That's a good top deck. I won't lie. That's a pretty good top deck. Would be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect while you have blah 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 face up in your extra deck. You can banish one face down card from your extra deck. Right, so it has protection for, oh right, 13 more cards. So anyway, Lacrima effect, Scent Engraver. Okay, that's gonna be Scent number 1. Because this says destroy, right? Destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, yeah. So we can go put the Requiem onto the Engraver. Make it a big boy and then turn it back into a smaller boy. That can go to the grave. Say bye-bye. Then we go Engraver for shuffling Requiem. I mean, we don't keep the extra cards in our grave. Like the Lacrima does need to go for the fusion summon here, but it's okay. Let's summon Desiree for this, this, and this. And then we can send the second monster as well, because now with Eknum Day, we can use those. Then we can use the Desiree, shuffle back the sequence. Send this, and because it doesn't destroy, oh boy! There goes your monster, without you being able to protect it. And we can go Misk, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's keep the Cantaragina, because that is properly summoned. We are on 2k, so Theresia does gain another 500 attack after we set... I guess we could go for Sonic. For safety reasons, if we do get to the next turn. Oh. Okay. They scooped. I mean, I wasn't trying to BM there. I had to sneeze. So, you know. Oh, hey Blake. Hey Blade. How you doing? Okay. Ooh, gems. Sneezing in the middle of the battle phase. I mean, yeah. I can see how my opponent could think that it's BMing. I'm sorry, opponent, if you're watching. I did not mean to BM there at all. Let's see, what is Heaven saying? Another ruling you might find confusing is, when you decide to activate Forbidden Droplet during the damage step, you can only activate it at the start of the damage step and before damage calculation. But once you advance to damage calculation, you can no longer use it to modify attack defense. Yeah, but the same is true for Rexstorm. You can't use Rexstorm before damage calc. You can use it at the start. I mean, you can't use it during damage calculation. The only things in damage calculation that can change how the attack or defense values are seen are things that specifically say that it does apply in the damage calculation. And it always is written in the following way, which is during damage calculation only. Like, most of them at least. Anyway, give me a second. I have to go blow my nose. I will be back in a sec. I have to go to the room next door because my tissues are no longer here. So, you know, be back. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, I have been blowing my nose literally the entire day, and I have those, what are they called? Those tiny plastic bags with tissues. The traveling thingies. I have had those on me almost the entire day, and I used the last one apparently right before stream, so that was a little bit of an inconvenience, but hey. We're back again. What were we playing again? It was Castira, right? Huh. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of an annoyance. I hope they scoop. They don't have an extra deck. They don't have an extra deck, and we have fucking... Okay. We open Unicorn, they don't have an extra deck. Yeah. That's, sure. Uh-huh. Exactly 40 cards. No extra deck. Oh boy. Monarchs incoming? Or is this a bot? No. This is gonna be a little bit more annoying, I feel. Uh-huh. No. Ooh, the legacy card event, huh? I have seen that it was up. I just didn't really feel like playing it because there wasn't a whole lot that I was interested in. Yeah, I guess we do activate Teresia here. Do we just go to battle, kick for 4k and then hope for the best, or... I mean, we could go full Fiendsmith combo and kill. I guess that's better. We do have talents in case we need it, so... I wonder when they're gonna ban Moon. TCG doesn't have Moon anymore. Wonder when they're gonna throw Moon into the dumpster. In Master Duel. I kind of had the same feeling, but here's an interesting take actually. So the base principle of the entire event is that you're only allowed to use cards from the legacy packs, right? Did I understand the assignment from Konami correctly? Because if that's the case, then there is one archetype that could actually be really funny to build around, and that would be the Dragon Rulers. Because the Dragon Rulers are all inside of the legacy pack. I just never had the luck of finding a whole lot of them, but I'm pretty sure they're all in there. Let's see. We can go Eknam Day. No effect. And then Bird. Battle. It doesn't even give me the prompt because there's no card left. That's so weird. And then effects. Eknam Day for Desiree. And then that's game. Yahoo! The calm before the storm when Mitsurugi comes out. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, Mitsurugi is an interesting archetype, but it also is a little bit aggravating at times because it feels like they are able to cheat in the game without trying. You know, like some decks are cheating in the game, like Yubel, for example, but they're doing it in a certain way where it feels like, okay, sure, you are cheating in the game, but you're doing it in a valid way, I guess is what I'm looking for. But I don't know, Mitsurugi just doesn't do it in an interesting way or so. They just go, I can ritual summon from my deck twice a turn. Have fun. Okay, well, that is legitimately 3 extra bodies, sometimes even 4, just because they want to. Like, okay. We might find a problem with 2 trap interactions with transaction rollback. Wait, what? Shiranui, actually. Shiranui is pretty interesting. Mitsurugi Tempest specifically. What was Tempest exactly? Is that the one that they already do search? The one where you have to tribute something and then it negates? Wasn't that what it did? Wait, what? Oh, I see. The one that nobody plays. Gotcha. I mean, the negate is the one that people do play. The other one barely sees play, if I remember correctly. Maybe that it is played if you are playing the transaction in, like, Paleozoic indeed. I mean, I guess you could make a statement for that one, yeah. But the Mitsurugi itself, it barely sees any play. Where is my Fire King Island when I need it? Oh, almighty Fire Kings. up above. Bless me with your almighty powerful island. To pop my own Diplos. I mean, I don't have a trap that would work with it anyway, but that's besides the point, right? I mean, who cares? Requiem, and then a Requiem for literally a dagger roll. Well, demon, I guess. Lacrima will send another engraver. And then we haven't used the effect of engraver, so do we go for engraver and then do the thing, or Actually, here's an idea. Engraver. Shuffle back Lurry. Summon Engraver. Banish Tract. Fuse these two into Big Lacrima. Big Lacrima for Engraver. These two for Sequence. No. Then we can make Acnum Day or Desiree. And now we can go normal summon Diplos. Effect Diplos. No, stop it. Do we have traps? No, we don't. Oh, shit. This. Just so that we can prevent dying to whatever. This. For Bow. No effect on that. Bow effect. Discard another Diplos. We're not gonna destroy Bao. Don't you fucking worry. I'm good, thanks. And then we can equip this to the Desiree. And I guess we're gonna equip the Requiem as well, because we might as well. Sure. Is this a good end board? It's okay. Does this do anything? It's okay. Temple of the Kings in Dynamorphia. Wait, Temple of Kings is the card that Man of the Mark searches for, right? Yeah, no, this is gonna get ashed. I don't give a shit about anything else, but if you are playing Piri Rice map and I have an ash, then I will ash your Piri Rice map. Oh my god. That is such a niche card that if people have it, like if they include it in their deck, they are bound to have a good reason for it. Ah, here we go. I will gladly pitch this one card to blow up your continuous card. Bomba. Great, he has a second one. Isn't that amazing? Do I negate this? I feel like it's incorrect to negate this because they didn't summon anything yet. I feel like I do have to go for this. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I forgot to wait until they activated it. If this card, you can send one or from deck to graveyard. Now you did normal summon, right? Yeah, okay. Desiree, we get to negate 3 cards. I only need 2. They didn't normal summon yet, so I figured that whatever they would search, you know. I don't know. I haven't played versus DDD at all, so I don't know how the deck works. I should have waited with the Bao pop until they activated the search effect. That would have been so much better. That would have saved us an entire BS trail of absolute bullshittery. Because they did search this. So if they didn't have it, would they still have the things they needed? I don't know. Now they can go full combo and I have nothing to do. So, yeah. Oh yeah, no. If I had any card that was not this, then yes, you're right. I mean, you know the meme, right? If card was other card. If card was different card, then... But it wasn't different card, so now I'm fucked. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I now get to see what DDD does, so... It's a learning experience, I suppose. Ooh. No! No, my bow! Not my poor innocent bow. Why? Why do you do this? Uh-oh. Wasn't that a big scary card that I really didn't want to deal with? I guess we do activate this, shuffle this back. I guess. Means that I don't get hit for 3k. Not that there was much to attach to this thing anyway. Hey look, it's back! Whee! I should have summoned the thingy back, the Lacrima back, but... Oh well. You know, what's the worst that could happen? engraver being yoinked by the big king. Oh, wait, no. Take control of it until the end of the turn. Huh. Well, at least I get to... Huh? How does that work? I should still be able to attach it as an equip, because it's still the same card. It only switched sides. That's a weird one. I'm not entirely certain how that works, but yeah, okay. Sure, that makes perfect sense. It did switch control, yeah, I understand, but kinda, I guess. Wait, hold on. Now I want to check something. Oh, yeah. You can target one light non-link fiend monster you control. Equip this card from your field or graveyard. Yeah. I was not aware that it said you control in the requirements to target. It's the same as Imperm. If you target an opponent's monster with Imperm and then you chain enemy controller with it, on it, tributing a monster and then yoinking the monster that you negate with Imperm, it's not negated. Because you control it on resolution of the Imperm. So, yeah, okay. I guess. It's a good thing that I do find the DDDs though, because that is a deck that is making an uprising again. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that have been trying it for the TCG, so. And honestly, I have heard really good stories about the deck. Oh, they win the coin flip, we get to go first. Oh, gee, I wonder what is going to happen. Oh, well, if this is my hand, maybe not a whole lot. Huh. So, anyway. Are we going for Sonic or Intact? Are we afraid of an Ash Blossom or are we afraid of Widow Anchor and the likes? I mean, we are going second, so I am gonna assume that hand traps are definitely a thing, but they would have had one right there, otherwise they won't do anything. So let's go for this. Let's learn from our mistakes last time. We have 2 ways to fuse, so they only can Ash one of them, you know? And yeah, I am aware that DDDs did get a shitload of support. A little bit too much, if you ask me. If we stop the search on that, would that be good enough? No, I think I'm gonna let them continue the entire shtick. Oh, they pitch Nibiru. Roll a 6-sided die and a special summon from your hand and or deck 1 or 2 Speedroid monsters whose total level equal the result but negate their effects. If you do not special summon, you lose life points equal to the result times 500. That's a good one. I guess we can let that resolve. 1. Oh my god. Takke Tomborg. Yeah, I know. But I'm not as smart as Chet. I mean, that's just how the game works, you know. That's just how the game is being played. Chat is smart. Streamer is dumb. It is what it is. I did set my cards a little bit too fast. I'm not gonna lie. I did do the thing. Taka Dumbuk. Yes. Now you could make a 7. Or not. Uh-huh. Wait, what? You can excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of other wind monsters you control. Add 1 excavated to your hand. Place the rest in the bottom in any order. Okay. I guess we're just gonna flip this, go to 1,000, because apparently everything is 1,000 that is important and that does something. Are we gonna make the stealth bird, yeah? Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's make stealth bird, yeah, because I don't know. Apparently we're gonna burn our opponent this game. I didn't know about it myself either, but apparently that's what we're doing here. Okay, what does that do? Send one from hand or... Yeah, send one from hand to grave. Add a Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. Uh-huh. Sure. Whoa! What's this? What's this? That is something that we will negate. Woohoo! Skill negation. Sure. I guess. This is definitely gonna send another fusion to the grave because it's kinda only there in order to be able to get the Theresia back in case Diplos does go and like forgets how to breathe or something. I don't know. Or gets hit by a very big Xyz monster, but highly doubt they will get there because they seem to be struggling in a way. Not entirely certain, but that's what it looks like. It's a lot of stars. I mean, that is a level 11. But it's 3 tuners. So that doesn't sound correct. Oh. Well. Ah. Yeah, that doesn't activate. That does activate. Interesting. Sure. Yeah, now what? Another! Oh my god. They still don't activate. What? That's crazy. Oh, Marble is a good one. Maybe I should have negated that now that I think of it, but hey, whatever. Okay. We are in battle. What does this do? It does absolutely nothing during the battle phase. Okay, this doesn't do anything either. Okay. 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 Uh-huh. Whoa! We're trading! Hell yeah! Oh, I love trading blows. Trading blows is fun. I will get a 2000 beat stick that sets a card in the back row that revives literally anything that I want back. How about you? I love Dynamorphia, man. I don't know, it's good fun. And face, goes back to a 200. Marble, and we get literally the worthless card, the most worthless card in our entire deck. That's great, we love that. I could bring back the Cantrachina, but she can't attack, so that doesn't really do a whole lot. This feels dirty and wrong, but I also know that it's correct. I don't know. It doesn't feel correct, but making Dolka against that deck seems to be the way, I suppose. Let's put this on the sensitive thing. We start with this, because we don't want that to become 500. And then we go into the rubber band shooter. I forgot to activate the effect. Okay, sure. I guess you don't take 500 more. Who needs that anyway? Nah, I don't need to go any further. This is fine. Yeah, I was afraid that something was gonna trigger when I destroyed it, you know? And this does activate the activation, so it can happen in the damage step. That's why I like Dolka versus versus Bestials, for example. Hey, look, it's a man of culture. I know that card. I have it too. Please, by all means, do summon Unicorn. I beg of you, do summon Unicorn. That's not a unicorn. Actually... Misk, and then we could have summoned a new Theresia in our turn. Yeah, no. That's a good time. Oh my god, is that the mysterious puppeteer? Oh, Konami is spoiling us again with all of these effect monsters. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Okay, calm down, Salamangreat. Jeez. You're also making the wrong sound. You're not a horse. You're an antelope. Yeah, so this is awkward. That's literally a hand that is 3 cards and a dream. Sorry. 2 cards and a dream, because apparently the unicorn is not really fully functional today. Oh man, yeah, that's rough. I am gonna set everything though, because if we do top deck one of the Dynamorphia monsters, we can basically chain all of it together, hopefully. Yeah, okay, that is going to be negated no matter what I'm doing, because there's no way I will let them have that for free. Because they have to discard for cost, so, you know, sounds pretty good. That activates the unicorn, so how are we gonna stop anything that they're doing? Because I have a little bit of a sneaking suspicion that we are just gonna die here. I mean, I guess that last dragon is pretty good to get rid of. But if they get to the Numeron dragon, then they can OTK us. What is it that this is searching for? A photon or a galaxy? Okay. This is a searcher? Well. Yeah. This protects... Yeah, I guess it's this one. It depends on what they have in hand, but, you know. That one was the smaller one as well, I believe. Photon Emperor. Orbit, yup. Yup, orbit. I mean, this is 2000, the other one was 2500. I don't know. I really hope that Ferret Flames can hold a fort. And then we have to still wonder about whether or not our top deck is going to save us. Because if our back row is set the way that it is right now, we can survive maybe one turn. During the damage step, we can flip things, or like during the battle phase, we can flip things back if we don't die right away. But if our top deck doesn't like give us an out, there's a really good chance that second main they just build a board that will kill us on the following turn. So I don't know. Plus this thing is slowly but surely going to banish cards from our extra deck, so yeah. Honestly, I would have not gone for the sequence, but for the Requiem. Because one card can get me to Requiem and then do whatever. Or we're drawing Intact, which does absolutely fucking nothing. Okay, well. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to die by a cosmic storm of dragon breath? Apparently there is no cosmic storm that is going to be coming our way because... Wow. Okay, I guess we're both in a pinch. That's a good card. That's a very good card indeed. Okay, so... You wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh, huh? Wait, we have the trap, we have this, we have the alert and the brute, and then we have Ferret Flames. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. We are at turn 6 and I didn't die yet. I don't know how that happened, but you know. we're here. In before battle. Make Cantaragina using these. Cantaragina. On summon anything? No? Okay. Cantaragina. Banish domain. They have an imperm. Oh, that fucking sucks. If I didn't have a get out of the way, Mr. President. We have to first go for Brute. No, first we go for Alert. Then we go for Brute. Brute destroys Cantaragina and their dragon. Alert gets the Cantaragina back. Then we get to the fusion window from Cantaragina, and that fuses herself away again for the Rexterm. Whoo! And we are on 282. Oh my fucking god. Wait, what does this do? Yeah, it doesn't burn, so that's okay. Effects are negated. Immediately XZ summon, so what? That's gonna be Tachyon? Tachyon doesn't trigger, so that's fine. I mean, nothing, actually nothing triggers here. What did we choose? It's fine. Not much that I can do about it. Oh no! Oh god! Ah, wait, shit. It actually is a card that I would have liked to have. Aw, dang it. Whoa! It's growing bigger! How about you shuffle that thing back into your deck? I don't like big dragons. Big dragons on the opposing end of the board is scary. Get that shit out of here. Bye! Also, no, we're not gonna summon anything back. Get out. Stop that. Stop that. Don't think a second that we are gonna let you do anything. Then again, we have... Oh. Oh, hi, Lodi. That's game. That's game. Huh. Interesting. Do you guys remember that I said that they had to banish the Requiem instead of the sequence? Let me show you why. Hey, look, it's Engraver. Ding dong. Ding ding dong. Sequence is not the scary card. If you can see my entire extra, then you would be able to see that Sequence is not the scary card. I don't play an Appaloosa. I don't play anything that is scary that I can make with that card. Up until the point where I like don't need Requiem to get there. Requiem is like the entire crux of the Fiendsmith engine, so... From the extra deck, I would always banish Requiem before any Fiendsmith card, I guess. And from the main deck, I would say main, I would banish the Engraver. This hand is not too bad, actually. Depends on what our opponent does, if I'm honest. But Vendreer is a really strong... Oh my god, wait. This could be bad. Yeah, this could be bad. Witchcrafter. Oh. Never mind. Huh. Ooh. Okay, so in either cases... Okay, well, my Ash just created a chain 4. Oops. Ruh-roh. I'm curious where this is going, though. I am not familiar with this archetype, so... that might be a problem. Does anybody in chat know how this works? Is my opponent in the kitchen, or are they... like, playing with garbage? From the looks of it, that wasn't a whole lot. You can place this card face up in your spell trap zone. Oh, that is not bad. Damn. Okay. Okay, so each of these effects is once per turn. Okay, that's a pretty decent card. When a spell card or effect or a non-fusion spellcaster monster effect is activated, you can activate one of these effects, destroy one card on the field. Okay, so if I go for Bird, they can pop it. I think I'm gonna go Fenrir first, though. Because if they don't anticipate that Fenrir is gonna be coming back with the bird, then we are in business. Okay. In that case, battle. I do have to out this, and I can't win this very turn anyway because they have too many interrupts for now. If they pop the bird or the unicorn, for example, we have a problem. So let's have them pop the Fenrir. No, they don't. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait. Oh, non-fusion. Herder, learn to read. It still was the correct play, actually, which is weird, but it was. Okay. Interesting. In that case, we're just gonna set some traps, I guess. And then we're passing to our opponent. Put this card to activate an effect. You can send this card from the field to grave instead. During the end phase, place it face up. Okay. Ooh, okay. Well, I think that this hand is pretty obnoxious to deal with for them. Yeah. They don't even know that we are playing Dynamorphia, by the way. Like, the set 4 can literally be anything. Or set 3. It can be anything, and they don't know what it is. Okay, well. No replay today. This most likely is the last game that I'm gonna play for today as well. Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. Let me get a Misk. And then let me summon Fenrir. Honestly, do I want to go Fossil Dick search for Regina? Or Theresia? They have something here, by the way. On summon, they have something. So I'm curious what that's gonna be. They are imperming the Fenrir right away. Hey, you got it. You've got it. Don't you worry. I think I do want the Theresia here. I mean... Theresia does give us Rexterm. Rexterm wins games, like, on its own. Let's not even go for the activation there. I'm just gonna go straight into the Fiendsmith engine. Yeah, sure. Ah, no, not the damage. Not the damage. Oh my god, not my life points. Oh, golly gosh, whatever will I do? I don't want to be at 1 HP. The horror. I don't know. I think that Fate is fated to lose. If they go for a Ghost Mourner on that thing, it's like, yeah, At least keep it for the. Oh wait, hold on. If we make this. Yeah. Then activate. Reborn the Lacrima. I do kind of want to have the unicorn on the field, so here's a funny thing. No. Discard Unicorn. Banish the Bao. Get the Theresia back? Nah. We're gonna get this back. Sure. This can get us back our Fenrir or Unicorn, but I guess Unicorn because ripping extra deck cards is in general better. Let's equip this to the Lacrima. Give it target protection, you know, pretty good. And then we just pass. And then we get the Bao back as well. I mean, I don't have an extra card, so I can't pop something, but this is pretty good. Especially because next turn we're gonna draw 3 cards if Bao is still on the field. Because we have a Psychic in the grave in the form of Fenrir, we have the Fiends, and we have the Dinos. So that does go pretty hard. They do know I have Misk though. I am gonna go through the entire rotation of Dynamorphia cards though. Getting as low as we can. If I don't have to activate Misk, there's a good chance I will use it on the Bao in a second. Just to pop the one face down. Because if I do it in my turn, that's not ideal. Or I can do it to 2 cards they set, I guess. That might be better. Might be better to keep the Misk. Let's activate the Bao. Draw 3. We will put this back. And this. And Ash. Engraver is a pretty good draw actually. Because now we can get the trap. Then we activate Bao. Pitching the trap. Destroying a card. And we will say back row. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Sure. Let's start with the Unicorn. Let's see, what do we have? Oh. Yeah, Seals can go. Bye. Another Ghost Mourner. Okay. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding ding. Bao voor game. I don't know. If our hands work with us, then it's not that hard. It's actually kind of simple. But if our hands are like all of our fucking bricks, then the deck doesn't do anything. However, we do have enough to open 10 packs of this, which is kind of interesting. This gives you 10 packs and the field, but I don't really like the soccer field. So Do we really need this? No, we don't. So let's go for this. Oh, WR. Wait, does this have a UR? Are we blessed? Yeah. Okay, okay. I will take a Lance. Lance is a good card. Lance is fine. I mean, some decks can abuse Lance. Most decks are like not really able to do so, but also look at all of these Paleozoics that I'm getting. Like, God. Half of those Paleos I didn't have yet, so that's all good. They're all rares for the most part, though, so... Hey, look! Black Horn of Heaven! Oh my god! Negate the special summon, and if you do, destroy it. Warning. Oh, okay, okay. I'll take a warning. Warning is good. Yeah. A random Storming Mirror Force. Storming was the one that shuffles back, right? Oh no. That's Drowning. Drowning shuffles back, this returns to hand. Okay. Nice little Compulse Mirror Force. Another one! Oh my god. It's a second one. And the Pathfinder. I'm pretty sure we already have 60,000 copies of Pathfinder, but you know, it is what it is. Clockwork Knight is an interesting card. Another warning. Okay. That's our second warning. Okay, let's see. What is the UR? I mean, driver is nice, but we have like 14 drivers, I guess. Ah, yes. My fourth trust. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I mean, it's UR dust. I'll take it. This pack, though. Okay, our fourth, fifth evenly, and I'm pretty sure we do have Eclipse as well, but... Ah! Ultimate Slayer. I did need that one. I'm happy with the Slayer. Slayer is a good card. That's one of the cards that I was still missing for the Board Breaker suite, so... We have our playset warnings and storming. I suppose that's a thing. I already did have 3 copies of the roll, but I mean, this is a card, right? I didn't even know that was in the pack. Huh. Okay, so we have a playset of Storming Mirror Force that we didn't have yet. A playset of Solemn Warning, which we didn't have yet. We have our first copy of Ultimate Slayer. Yeah, that's not bad. we have a new Fetid Flame. Yay, Fetid Flame! I didn't even know that it was in the pack. I did scroll through it, but... Yeah, there it is. Damn. How blind can you be, huh? Also, have you guys ever seen Pinpoint Dash? I have watched the people that were like joining Deceive's saga. I have seen people use this, and oh my god, this card is a straight up nightmare if you have the right extra deck. Each player reveals one card, one face down card from their extra deck. If it's the same type, you send the opponent's card to the graveyard, and if you do, you summon your own. If the cards have the same original type and attribute, your opponent loses life points equal to their revealed card's attack. However, if that's not the case, you send your card to the graveyard and your opponent special summons theirs. In other words, I show you Rexterm. If you do not show me a sync or a fusion monster, then we have a very big problem, because my Rexterm goes to the graveyard and you get to summon whatever the hell you showed me. I have seen that go wrong in a plentitude of like scenarios where there's this random tower that just hits the field. Yeah, good luck outing that shit. You know, or in a sealed environment, you have to deal with fucking Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Because that's a thing you can do. I have to say though, this and this are good hits, but there's not a single bad hit except for Ghost Reaper and Ghost Sister. I would say all the URs are good. We have a playset of this though, a playset of this, a playset of this, playset of Ash, 2 Ghost Bells, 2 Ghost Mourners, and 1 Ghost Ogre. So I need 2 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this, and 3 copies of Fugalos. That's basically the entire hand trap suite that I still would need. Pretty sure I don't have a Gamma. I might be wrong there though. But this is a really good selection pack, like straight up. It's really solid. Starting to get tired. And as I was saying, I'm pretty sure that the Dragon Rulers are in here on either SR or UR rarity. Was it SR? Or was it the tiny ones that were in here? That also might be a thing. Ah, it's the tiny ones. Not the big ones, apparently. That's weird. I could have sworn that the big ones were in here as well, but... oh well. You're not gonna tell me that they are rares, right? I mean, I know that Redox, for example, Redox is a UR. But I didn't see it in here, so... I guess I was wrong. Interesting. But the tiny ones are in here, so... we would need to go and try to get them from there. Now that I am saying that though... the Dragon Ruler. Yeah, that's like a legacy pack only. Oh! Oh, this is even worse! They don't even have a pack! Oh, shit! Uh-oh. I think that there is a chance that they are going to reprint the, like, old Dragon Rulers inside of the selection pack. But there's also a chance that they don't. And if they don't, then we have a problem. That would make this a very, very expensive thing. I need 3 copies of Redox, 3 copies of Tempest, 3 copies of Tidal. Like, one of this, one of this, one of this, one of this, one of this. Like, this is the base. Then we need 1 copy of grass. 1 copy of this. I guess 2 copies of this. 1 copy of that. I need 1 of those. Did I need the 7? Oh wait, yeah, it is this. It is 7 that I need. Pretty sure that piled armed was not necessarily part of it. Although, I have to say, this thing special summoning itself is pretty disgusting. So that's a copy of this as well. One copy of Foolish Burial, which we don't have yet. Oh my god. What were the other cards that I was playing? Oh, right. Sangan. No. Wait, how do you spell this? Oh, Sangan. Sure. One of this. One of this. One of this. Honestly, I'm just gonna set it on XZ7 because that's basically almost the entire extra deck. One of those. I did play one of this as well because honestly that card is kind of funny against Raziel. You can play one of those, but not everybody does so. That's a really good card. And then you basically would run the new cards, which is 2 Chesma, 1 Eclipse, one Eclipse, and then what else did I run? I guess that I did run SP, I believe. Because you can make link 2s, but it's not entirely what you want to do. You mainly want to go for XE summons. But let's see, where is my SP? Oh, Seals. Bon. Seals was a ridiculous card, by the way. And now that I think of it, I forget a couple of cards. You're running a couple of Synchro 7s. Because you play a Black Rose, because you want to blow shit up at quick speed. You run one of this. Now I'm running too many. Wait, I didn't run this because I couldn't do anything with the tokens. Personally, I didn't play the Transcendent Dragon. Because I didn't have a copy of it. But I do know that the other 10 was a thing. I did run this Peter. And this is what the deck was running. Let's get the SP out. We do need at least 4 slots after this entire thing. So this is 2 Chesma, 1, and then the disaster. Yeah. What did I run in main? I guess I did play the Draco. Oh, no, not Poke Draco. Other Draco. Where you at? Because I did run the lock version, which is really weird and stupid, by the way. Wait, where is the Kwakumeru? Is it Drago? Did I try to type it correctly like a smartass and then I typed it incorrectly? Is that what happened here? I would hate if that was the case, but at the same time, I mean, kind of funny. Where you at, you pendulum bitch? Wait, actually no. This wasn't a pendulum monster. I mean, there's a good chance that I don't even have the card. I just forgot how to type how to spell the name. Because Kwakumeru is a really weird word and ain't nobody got time for that. This does not make it a whole lot better though. I think it was an Earth though. Does that make it a whole lot better? And nope. No, it doesn't. Okay, well. I mean, the Kwakumerus are in the game, right? Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, in that case. What was the name of the level 3 fire dragon again? It's the cutest dragon of them all, but... Dora. There you go. Triple Dora. Pretty sure that I was running a shitload of hand traps, but... all in the form of dragons. I just don't remember how. I'm gonna be like fully transparent with you guys. I don't remember what it was that I was running exactly. Because mainly it was dragons, because you can use them for the Dragon Ruler effects. Um... 30 extra dust. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't remember the entire list anymore. I do remember that it was a shit ton of dragons all in the same deck, and you basically look at this and go, huh? How does this work? Well, let me tell you, it doesn't. Not yet. Once the new support comes out, that's when Dragon Rulers are possible to be played. It's not good. Not by any stretch of the imagination, but it's possible to being played. I would need to look at my old list though. I do have it somewhere. I just don't remember where. I do want to have a go at this though, because it's such a fun deck. Very UR heavy. So I'm not entirely certain if it's worth crafting all these cards, because it's going to take a while to get it adjust for it. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, and that's without the rest of the cards that are missing. Like 21 URs. That's a lot of UR dust. That's like 600 something. 619? No, 690? Right? Somewhere along those lines. 630. By the time that this number is saying 630, I think that I'm rich. So that's gonna take a while. I do think that I did play Droll in the main deck, because Droll is a wind monster, which means you can use it with the Tempest, because you can use it on, to discard. Discard this effect. So, you know, the hand traps were actually a thing that were kind of useful. Ghost Bell, Ash Blossom. I didn't run Imperm, because Imperm was like quote unquote bad for your typings or your attributes. So hand traps were good without light and darks, because those did the least, but I did play Veiler, I believe. But like I said, before I'm gonna go and craft this, I will have to go and check how I'm gonna get the UR dust, because none of these are in packs except for master packs. And yes, I can go and pull master packs like I'm fucking madman, but that's not gonna do it. That's just, the chances of getting it are so low that I think it's better to wait for the selection pack with the new cards in it. And until then, I'm just gonna try to grind gems. Pull things like Fubalos, etc. Because if I do get doubles on this selection pack, there's a whole lot of them that I immediately are like can dust, like Imperm, Trust, Talents. I have 3 Talents, I have 3 Trust, I have 3 Imperm, I have 3 Ash, I have 3 Perulia, Ghost Sister, and Ghost Reaper, so there's a fair chance that this pack does give us the best, like, dust bonus, so to speak. I just need to pull all of those URs, and that's going to be a little bit of a bigger problem, I suppose. But hey, we will see wherever that is gonna go. For now, I am gonna go and end the stream. And thank you all so much for watching. If you like the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to join the Discord server. A link should be in the description down below. I am gonna be here again tomorrow same time, same place. And I hope that you all have an amazing evening. And see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.